Hi guys, welcome to a Sketch With Me video. Today I'll be drawing random people holding cats that I found on Pinterest, and feel free to pause the video at any point to draw the references too. I hope you guys are having a good day, and I'm so happy to be bringing you another video. So on the day I recorded this, I felt like doing some observational studies with this ink that I forgot I had. And I remember being inspired by Fran Meneses, an illustrator also here on YouTube. She also goes by Fran Nerd, and her sketchbooks are inspiring to me because she just does a lot of observational studies, and they always still look like a part of her style. Another thing that I love about her is that she uses what she calls an ugly sketchbook, where she tries to draw without judging herself too harshly, and I just love that idea so much. So yeah, when I started sketching this, I was definitely thinking about Fran Meneses and her sketchbooks, and then also I was feeling a little stumped at what to draw, so I literally looked up into Pinterest holding cats, which was really funny because everything that came up was super interesting. There are a lot of vintage pictures of women holding cats with like really funky hairstyles and hats, so I thought that looked cool. And was a great place to start. And as you can probably tell, I've had a lot more practice drawing people and faces rather than cats, so a lot of my cats end up looking really derpy, which is pretty funny, but eventually I kind of just try to embrace it because once again we are trying to draw without a ton of judgment, so this one especially ends up looking pretty derpy, but that's okay because I feel like cats are pretty derpy in general, so it works out. On the bright side, I was having a ton of fun with the texture and mark making. It probably doesn't look like it, but I feel like I had a tough time with this woman's face because it was so delicate, and I wanted to do that justice, but it still looks maybe a little manly in some ways. But then I had so much fun drawing the hair, and I really just like drawing hair a ton because it's super, like, there's no wrong way to do it. It's very textural and just lots of marks on the page, so I really enjoy that. When I saw this reference, I knew I had to draw it because it looks just like my cat, Mojo. So, the face once again ended up a little derpy, but who cares? I think it's really fun to draw someone wearing lipstick because it's just a bold, curved shape, and then before you know it, bam, that's a mouth. I do not know what is going on with that face currently, but I moved on and just kept working on the cat, and then I had a lot of fun with the texture, so it's all good. It is so nice to work with ink for satisfying lines like this when you just feel really confident and you're like, oh yeah, I'm putting that line there. That I sound so enthusiastic, but it is really satisfying to work with ink, so I recommend it if you haven't used it in a minute or ever. It's really fun. It's sort of like watercolor in the way that it forces you to loosen up. This cat right here is what I refer to specifically when I say that things got a little derpy, so I embraced it. And I made his eyes look really cartoony, and that was really fun. I think that was a happy mistake. Also, I didn't realize this until I started editing the video, but I feel like this woman kind of looks like me. Like, maybe not so much in the photo, but I kind of accidentally made her look like me. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you think I look like this lady in the reference? Here is a self-portrait I did recently for comparison. I love the internet for finding pictures like this because personally I forget that people had pets forever ago, and I just love how this girl is posed and the cat looks so precious. It looks so sweet. I'm really happy with how these two turned out because I feel like at this point in the drawing I was pretty warmed up and everything just flowed really well, so that always feels really good when you're drawing. And this doesn't always happen, but I start to feel like I get a little sad when I start running out of spaces to fill. Wow, that sounds like hoarding. No, I mean like with the page. With the page. I guess I had hoarding on the mind because I've been watching Hoarders and it's just very interesting psychologically. Also, yes, my battery shortly died after this one, so I have no footage of it, but it is of one of the Ramones. I just thought it looked cool, so I drew it. But yes, cats. I also added that cat flower at the top, and I was really happy with that little doodle, so I think it might be fun to make that into a sticker in the future. And here's what it looks like scanned in. After I finished the last spread, I really wanted to do more the next day, but my sketchbook was wet because I put gesso in it to prime it for another painting, so I'm currently drawing on Canson mixed media paper. When I found this reference, I knew I had to draw it because the cat looks so sassy. Look at him, so sassy, and a little chonky. So cute. I love adding little details like this that aren't originally in the reference because it makes it feel a little more special, adds a little more pizzazz to it, if you will. And then here you'll see me add those same little decorative elements, and then I try to add more, and I totally didn't mean to add that line, so I just wing it and make cute little cheeks. And now it totally looks intentional. On to the next thing. Guys, how could I not choose this reference? I mean, it's just pure gold. This cat is wearing a hat and glasses, and then I also like this lady's really funky hat that could only exist in the 1920s, so just pure gold in terms of what makes a good reference, I think. This is one of those points where you can tell I've really warmed up because that line work right there was so effortless and I had so much fun doing it, and the paw and the hand turned out so successfully, I think, personally. So yeah, I struggled a little bit in the first portrait, but then got the hang of it the second time. And that is exactly why sometimes just being an artist means showing up and doing the work or putting in the practice, because it does pay off. So I don't know if you can tell, but at this point I start rushing a little bit and worry less about making everything perfect because I realize that I'm running out of space on this page. And now that these sketches are done, I definitely like the way the other spread is laid out, so I'll try to do that more in the future. And with my last bit of space, I draw this cute boy again, because how could I not? I got the idea to zoom in on a reference I already used from illustrator Leah Gorin in her Skillshare class about sketchbooks. And this isn't sponsored, but I love the idea because it usually creates a pretty cool looking layout, and it also means you don't have to reinvent the wheel. And that is all for today's Sketch With Me video, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and subscribe for more.